Hello everybody and welcome back to the Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So we are just continuing on from the last episode. We're going to drop off this last bit of timber products, which I'm hoping should all go here. And part of the reason for dropping these off now was we have 5,000 litres left of fish food, but I would quite like to go and buy a load more just to make sure that we're keeping the production going. So let's pull into here and straps off. That's given us 28,500. Now we need to go food, fish food. Let's go for 8. So what's that? That's 80. What? Where's that just jumped up? 20 odd thousand. If we go for another 4 more, what's that going to cost us? 10,000. Let's do that, and then we're making sure that we've got absolutely amples to get us through the night and for a good part of the next morning, because I don't want to be doing trips up every day, you know, to go make ourselves a load of money. But I do think for the first month or two we are going to have to, because what we need to also buy at some point is, if we go on to here, we've got a fertilizer spreader. So, which is annoying. That should have 2 applications, but it doesn't. If we go weeds, we're going to have to de-weed this field, because we've drilled that with, was it wheat? Yeah, we've just drilled that with wheat. So you can see on the growth chart there. And then we've got these 2, which I think this one's going into onions, and this one is going into soybeans. So yeah, we need to get a sprayer at some point, which there isn't any in the sale. So I have heard that there are some forklifts dotted around the map, and I think they're in the harbour, the majority of them, which I was rather hoping that we may be able to find one at the dealership, because that would be so handy having that. But anyways, we'll get all this loaded up, because we can bring all our seed back with us being here, and we can also bring that bag of fertiliser back. So I thought we might as well just have a quick tidy up of the place, and I knew this bale was there. Those smaller bales we could have lifted in by hand, but that was just pure sort of burn idleness, so can't be asked to get out to the tractor to do so. So let's put that into there. Let's make sure that we have enough water in, because I can't remember the last time we did it, which I'm sure it's probably going to show here that we don't need to put any water in at all. Yeah. Right, let's now. I think it's time to sleep, because if we look at the sheep, they've got loads of food. We've just put another bale in, and these lot are completely full. We need to try and get that grass down, so I probably shouldn't put that bale of hay in. And here, just let him work. Don't need to do anything on that. Don't need to do anything on that. Right, let's go up to the top, and we will see you next month. What a lovely morning this is. Part of the amount of weight we've got in the trailer, we're seriously struggling. But with this, were they calling them God rays in when the release of FS25? I think that's what they called them. With the fog and with the early morning sunshine coming through, this is lovely. And thank you very much for stopping and letting me past. This production, we're getting a ridiculous amount of wood. I've never used it before, and it's quite astounding actually how much timber and products we're getting. I have had a look at the used machinery sale. There's a lorry in there, which is very, very tempting, but I'm going to have to resist the urge, because it's only, I think it's 60,000 I think it's up for 50 odd thousand, but with the extras it comes with, it goes up to 6,000. So we're going to have to resist the urge of buying that. We do, however, need to get a sprayer and some herbicides. So once we eventually get to the top of this hill, we need look at that for an image. We do need a bigger tractor, but I would like to try and... Ooh, that won't help. I'd like to try and stay with JCB if possible. Come on. That's going to really hinder our chances of getting up this hill now. But look at that for an angle. It's fairly steep, isn't it? So I'm hoping we should get over, what do you think, 150,000 for all this timber? I'd like to think that's what we'd go for, and then we could look at sprayers. I'm just debating which sprayer to go for. I know we've got the Highland ones in, just the tanks that go on the back. But I think, money-wise, I think they're more expensive than just going for the bog standard hardy ones. And the trailed ones, I don't particularly want to go get one of those just yet. But we can get a boost tank as well to go on the front for the smaller ones on the back. Right, here we go. 166,000, that's perfect. So, if we go on to here, and it will be yield improvements. So I got the Highland ones, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be worth it in my opinion. But I would love to eventually get to this sort of stage. That would be awesome, but we're a long, long way away from that. So we've had that one before. That Highland, I don't really want to spend that much money. So 35.5 if we were to buy these, and that will give us capacity to do just over 2 IBCs. Or if we were to go with that, that would give us 2 IBCs that we could put. Has it not folded? What's that? What's all the pipes doing there? 27 metres, 30. So we can go to 33 metres with that, which adds another £12,000 on, which will minimise the amount of spraying we have to do. What about... Ooh, hold on. 62,000 for 33. 33 here, 69,000. So we might as well go for that one, and we can hold more. Got the 33 metres... Or is it working speed? Is that different? 7 mile an hour working speed. 7 mile an hour working speed. 62. What's this one? That's 18 metre working width at 66.5. No, thank you. And then this one, you're just paying for a bigger tank by the looks of it. So I'm going to say this is the one we want to go for. Yes, you can't adjust the boom, your boom width, but 33 metres, that's fairly big. So let's buy that. And then we need 2 tanks of herbicide. 2,400, 2,400. So there's no difference in the herbicide. Let's go for these. 2 of them. So that will leave us with 300 litres spare, and we'll get down to the store and we'll go pick that up, because it should now become evident on here. Weeds, yeah, field 20 full of weeds, and 22 because that's been ploughed will have none by the looks of it, and 23, why is that not showing any? Is it just because nothing's drilled in it? But what would it, 125? So we could buy another field if we wanted to. What is in that field, though? Oh, it's ready to harvest. Oh, please be onions, because that would be a good bit of fun. No, it's carrots. I'm not messing around with carrots. So my original plan was I could put the tank, put the front boost tank on the front, then put the other tank on the trailer, and then the trailer onto here. But obviously that's now not going to be feasible because I've gone for a trail sprayer when that wasn't my original intention. But right, so we're going to have to drop this off, fill this up. Once this is full, we'll go straight away to go spray our wheat field just to make sure, because crop destruction is on. I don't want to cause any damage to the field. So I thought it would be worth getting a load more feed up here, because we shouldn't be too far off filling the production with fish food. Because what one of my thoughts is let's get all of that into there, because it's not going just yet. It can't be. Oh, they're 2,000 litres a piece, these, aren't they? Oopsie. So I am thinking we have a lot of fish, and we now have extra fish food, and we've got £117,000. So how much does it cost to build? 125. So I'm just trying to debate whether we take this loan out to build this. Oh, hold on. All right, let's go out over here. I don't want to put it too far out to sea, but it wants to be far enough out to sea that it doesn't look odd. Because if we were all the way out here, then it's a long way away. And then I think when we're trying to get around with the boat to get there, I think it will just take a long time. So I'm thinking if we were maybe around here somewhere, then it would make life a bit easier. And where would be the easiest place to load up? Because depending on whether the boat can get there, or we try going to here, where apparently there is a forklift somewhere. I'm going to guess that's the one there. So if we were to bring all our stuff here, we could use the forklift onto here to get it onto the boat. So we need, what are we going to say there, 10,000. So if we said 20,000 there, and then went to, how are we going to find the boat? Is it going to be on here, or do we need to go? I think we may have to go to, I'm sure there's a shop, is there? Let's just enter this vehicle. This is where I think we need to go. Let's see how much the big vessel's going to be. 275,000. So 300,000 we should be able to buy everything we need. Could you do it with a sports boat though? I don't know. Let's do it. I think let's go and give it a go. Why not? We only live once, don't we? So I want to borrow 300,000. Like so. Let's get off here. Let's go to here. Cargo vessel. Let's buy. It should leave us with 100. Yeah, plenty enough, so that if we go on to here, construction, and to here, I think we want to be somewhere around here, maybe. Like that. So, all that needs, what else we need to do now is we're going to have to get all these fish pallets, which, how many is there? There'll be a few because I haven't moved any of them. So in the production, okay, there's not too many. We need to get all them over there. We'll get all our food over there because I do believe we can load a bit bigger. Yeah, if we put the food and the fish together, we can load a bit faster. Not load a bit faster, we can produce stuff a bit faster. So with these now all on, we'll take these down to the dock, we will load them up onto the cargo vessel and try and attempt to get them over to our offshore fish farm. So this could I was just about to say this could go highly wrong or go very, very well, and we've just started terribly like that. Well, I don't quite know what happened there, but that took a fair while to get that back out. But right, we need to try not crash into the harbour like we're going to do. I am trying to go forward, but it just ain't happening at the minute. We'll go over there and we will use the crane for the first time. So driving this is very much like driving a skid steer. You know, by going left, wherever you weren't moving, you go left and right, it starts going for you. Well, that's quite cool. Oh, look at that! You can see the propellers. It's not very deep at all, this water, is it? But right, and there's also, oh, I can't get underneath anymore. We have fish already, and we haven't delivered anything yet. But right, let's get ourselves to here, and we'll drop the ramp. Do we need to drop the ramp down? We'll get ourselves pulled up alongside of it, and then we can get into the crane and put everything over that we need to. So let's just ease it onto here. I would imagine the closer we get, the easier it'll be. Let's put it in reverse quickly. So slow in stopping. Right, now if we... Nope. So let's get out here. I'm sure you should be able to get into the crane from there, but let's now go have a look and see whether we can just get into this as is. This is the first time using this crane, so I am actually quite looking forward to using this. Can we go this way around? Yes. And then how do we extend? This is all going to be new, trying to figure out how it all works. Because this doesn't... I don't have this on my joysticks. And it's all the wrong way around, which is weird enough. So let's... Ooh. Okay, I pressed the wrong button there. Folding is not permitted. I've royally messed that up now and it won't let me unfold. I'm going to say that has been a complete fail because I'm going to have to reset this boat now to be able to get my to be able to get me thing of fish food, unless if I jump into here. Let's turn it off, turn it back on again. Fold is not permitted. Right, I am just going to have to throw these over and reset the boat because I'm not going to be able to get them out or unfold it because I've left that pallet on. And there we go. So interestingly enough, I dropped one of the pallets in the water. In doing so, at the shop, I've been to go check, it respawns in the shop, so you don't lose them when they go in the water. They just go back to there, which is annoying because we're going to have to go pick it back up again to bring it here. But whilst we're in this menu, let's go to the offshore aquaculture, and let's have a look at these. So we want the salmon times 10 fish food. Let's just look at this, 36 to 32, 36 to 26. So it's definitely a lot better doing it this way. Let's activate, and we have everything nigh on full. We just need to get that pallet off, which if I go to here and to here and reset, let's reset that. I just now need to try and find where our pallet of fish food is, which I'm hoping if we go, the quickest way is probably to go to our JCB because we need to bring this back, and we'll just call in at the start and I'll be able to show you where they are, which our food should be there as well. But this will be where I've told you that, and now they won't be. So back here there should be a pallet or a box of fish, of young fish, and there should be a thing of fish food. There we go. So yeah, so that's nice to see that we don't lose them, they just get respawned like so. And with them now on, we'll take these back up to the farm, and I just want to check. Yeah, we just need to jump into the New Holland and finish off 23, and then that's everything ready. We are going to try and pay back this loan as fast as possible because I don't like having it over our head, especially 300,000. The one benefit is though is using base game. Yes, you only put the base game loan system. Yes, you're only paying the interest, but it's next to nothing. I think for 300,000 it'll only be like £300 a month, which you spend more in workers' fees. So I'm just going to leave this here, and before this rain really sets in, let's get that turned off. Let's find this, and we'll just go do those last little bits over there. I just don't want to drive over the field too much. And this cultivator, we may get rid of it if a cultivator comes up in the sale, which I'm more favouring sort of the 5 metre one. I don't think we really need anything bigger. I'll go get the disc. That disc chain thingy. There's a bale there. I'll miss that one. We'll get that disc chain thingy, maybe the Diablo one. But yeah, we don't really need anything severe or massive on here. So right, I will just quickly get these taken out. Like so. If we just keep running it to the end of the field, then at least we're taking our wheelings out. Like that, and we are now done. So I don't think there's much more to say than thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.